Hello everyone, hope you guys are doing well. So today I'll discuss about KVL, KCL, then active and passive components. Also I'll discuss about the power concept, that is if an element is absorbing or delivering power. Okay, so let's start. Now what is KCL and KVL? First, let's discuss KCL. Okay, KCL, it is the Kirchhoff's current law. Okay, it states that current entering a node is always equal to the current leaving the node. Okay, current entering the node is equal to the current leaving a node, and it is also known as the conservation of charges. Okay, say for example, if this is a node, say 1 ampere is entering here and 3 ampere is entering in this node, and also leaving is 2 ampere and 2 ampere. So total entering is 3 plus 1 equal to 4 ampere, and leaving is 2 plus 2 equal to 4 ampere. Okay, so current entering a node is always equal to the current leaving a node. Okay, so remember this. Now what is KVL? KVL is Kirchhoff's voltage law, and it states that summation of voltages in any closed loop is always equal to 0. Okay, summation of voltages in any closed loop is equal to 0, and it is also known as the conservation of energy. Okay, we'll discuss this KCL and KVL with the help of an example. Okay, I'll discuss later in this video only. Okay, now active and passive components. Now active components, the components which can deliver energy for in a continuous basis. Okay, the elements which can deliver the energy in a continuous basis. Okay, these are known as the active components. For example, voltage sources, okay, current sources, then you can say transistors. These are all active components. These can deliver the energy in a continuous basis. Now what is the passive component? Passive components are those which absorbs the energy. Okay, and those energy, it may dissipate in the form of heat. Okay, it absorbs the energy, and also it cannot deliver energy in a continuous basis. Okay, for example, resistor, it absorbs energy, it cannot deliver the energy, and also the absorbed energy, it dissipates in the form of heat. Okay, for example, inductor, it is a passive component. Okay, it absorbs the energy, okay, it stores the energy in the form of magnetic field, okay, and it delivers that stored energy but not in a continuous basis. Okay, it cannot deliver continuously. Okay, it absorbs the energy, stores in the magnetic field, and delivers that energy but not in a continuous basis. So this is a passive component. Okay, also the capacitor. Okay, capacitor means absorbs energy, stores in the stores that energy in the form of electric field. Okay, it absorbs the energy and stores that energy in the form of electric field. Okay, so these are all passive components. Okay, so the main difference is that active components are those which can absorb energy. Active components are those which can deliver the energy in a continuous basis. Okay, and passive components are those which can absorbs the energy, and also it delivers the energy but not in a continuous basis. Okay, it cannot continuously deliver the energy. Okay, these are all passive components. Now let's discuss the concept of power, that is how to define if an element is absorbing or delivering power. Okay, power, say for example, there is a voltage source V, okay, and there is a current source. There is a resistor, suppose. Okay. Now remember, if a current is entering the positive terminal of that element, if a current is entering the positive terminal and leaves the negative terminal, then it will be known as power is absorbed by the element. And if it enters the negative terminal and leaves the positive terminal, it means the element is delivering power. If current enters the positive terminal, it means it is absorbing power. If it leaves the positive terminal or enters the negative terminal, it means it is delivering power. Say for example, if I assume current I is entering this voltage source, now this current I is entering the positive terminal, leaving the negative terminal, it means it is absorbing power. It is absorbing power. Here in this case, if you take the polarity like this, suppose, then the current is, it is a current source, suppose 2 ampere. Current is entering the positive terminal, leaving the negative terminal. It is same absorbing power. Okay. Suppose this is the resistor, and resistor always absorbs power. Okay, it cannot deliver power, so it will always enter in the current will always enter in the positive polarity, and it will leave the negative polarity. Okay. So it is absorbing power. Now suppose if I take this polarity opposite, suppose say negative to positive. Here in this case, current is entering the negative terminal and leaving the positive terminal. It means it is, now in this case it is delivering power. Okay. It is delivering power. And if suppose we assume the current such like this, that it is entering the negative terminal and leaving the positive terminal, now in this case the voltage source is delivering power. Okay, understood? If any element, in any element, if the current enters the positive terminal, means it is absorbing power. If the current enters the negative terminal, means it is delivering power. Or you can say that the current leaves the negative terminal, it is absorbing power. And if the current leaves the positive terminal, it is delivering power. Okay. Now let's take an example. Yeah, one more thing you remember is that power absorbed by any circuit is always equal to the power delivered. Okay, power absorbed in any circuit is always equal to the power delivered. Let's take an example where I discuss the KVL, KCL, and also that last thing I said now, that power absorbed equal to power delivered. I will prove that. Okay, let's take an example. Say suppose these let's take 8 volt, this is something, say 2 ohm, say 2 ampere, say 4 ohm. Okay, say current I is flowing through here. Okay, let's say the polarity is suppose V volt. Okay, okay. Fine. Now question is there, find value of V and I. This is the first part, and the second part is that show that power absorbed by the circuit equal to power delivered. Okay, find value of V and I and show that power absorbed by the circuit is equal to power delivered. Now remember one thing, in KCL means you can change the convention. Okay, it is the means I am taking this convention that current entering a node I am taking it as positive, and current leaving the node I am taking it as a negative sign. Okay, you can change the convention, it's your choice. I am assuming that power entering a node is means current entering a node is positive and current leaving the node is negative. Okay, this convention I will take here. And in KVL, the convention which I am taking is that if current means if we move from plus to minus, that is from positive polarity to negative polarity, the voltage drop I will be taking it as negative voltage drop. Okay, and if I move from negative to positive polarity, the voltage drop I will be taking it as positive voltage drop. Okay, you can change the convention. Okay, it's your choice. But what I am assuming here is that if we move from negative to positive, I will be assuming as positive polarity means positive voltage drop. If I move from positive to negative polarity, I will be assuming as negative voltage drop. Okay, and current entering a node I am assuming positive, current leaving the node I am assuming as negative. Okay, now say in this node I am applying KCL in this node. Okay, in this node I am applying KCL. Say current small I is flowing in this branch. Okay, now if we apply KCL in this loop, in this node, current entering I am assuming positives, that's why it's positive I plus of 2 ampere, current leaving the node I am taking negative minus I equal to 0. Summation will be 0 because current entering is equal to current leaving. Okay, now value of I is capital I plus 2. Okay, so this I small I is capital I plus 2. Okay, now let's apply KVL in this loop and in this loop. First of all, I am applying KVL in this loop. What I said is that negative to positive if we move, I will be taking as positive voltage drop. So minus to plus means positive voltage drop means 8 volt. Then plus to minus means negative voltage drop. 2I. Plus to minus means negative voltage drop. V equal to 0. This is our first equation. Equation number 1. In this loop now. Minus to plus means positive voltage drop. Then plus to minus means negative voltage drop. Means minus 4 into I plus 2. 4I minus 8 volt equal to 0. This is the second equation. Okay. Now I will find the value of I and V. Two equations and we have two unknowns, I and V. So we can find the value of I and V. Okay. Two equations and two variables. We can find this I and V. So I am directly finding this by using calculator. Okay. You also find this. So current I've got here current equal to 0 ampere and voltage drop I found is 8 volt. Okay, I've taken random values. Okay, current I have found 0 ampere and voltage I've got 8 volt. Okay, okay, now this part is solved over. Find the value of V and I. V is 8 volt and I is 0 ampere. Okay. Now we need to show that power absorbed equal to power delivered. Okay. So remember, power absorbed by resistor always absorbs power is I square R or V square by R. Okay. It is I square R or V square by R. Okay. And power absorbed or delivered by a current or voltage source is V into I. Okay. Now, first I will find power delivered. Now what I said is that if current enters the negative terminal or leaves the positive terminal, it means it is delivering power. So here in this case it is delivering power because entering the negative, leaving the positive. So how much it is delivering power? V into I means 8 into I plus of, next where it is delivering power? Here, entering the negative, leaving the positive. It is 2V. Okay, means 8 into I is 0 plus 2 into 8 is 16. 16 watt. Okay, it is the power delivered. Okay, now power absorbed. This resistor and this resistor, only these two resistors are absorbing power because current is entering the positive terminal, current is entering the positive terminal. It means I square into 2 ohm plus I plus 2 whole square into 4 equal to 0 plus 16 equal to 16 watt. Okay, this is the power absorbed. Fine. So we have found power delivered is 16 watt and power absorbed is also 16 watt. Okay, it's proved. I have shown this. Okay, power absorbed by any circuit is power equal to the power delivered. Okay, so that's all for today. I'm going to end this lecture here only. Okay, in the next lecture maybe I will be discussing some problems related to these topics. Okay, so till then, take care. Bye.